Of causing you to stop in your track. I ask people when they talk about the worldwide ministry and the ministry God has given them and the charge upon their lives, how can God give you a worldwide ministry and you're afraid to fly?
How about that? Right.
How can God give you a worldwide ministry and there's areas of the world you refuse to go?
Yeah, come on.
It's sort of comical to me how worldwide ministry is relegated only to your city, town, neighborhood. It won't take you outside of the borders and boundaries of your state.
Come on.
Unless somebody send you a plane ticket. Unless somebody make the provisions. But the Bible reminds me that the fox has holes, bird has nests, but the Son of Man has nowhere to lay his head. There's something about fear that will paralyze that one that really has a ear for God. I remember as a little boy, my dad told my brother and I, go to the city park and learn how to swim. Give us the money, we go play in the water. The next day, he said, go to the city park and learn how to swim. Gave us the money, we went and played in the water. He asked us the next day, do you know how to swim yet? Of course, we lied. He said, okay. He said, 2 more days, I'm going to send you up to learn how to swim. Something told me, you better get with one of these lifeguards and learn how to swim. So I learned how to swim underwater. I couldn't swim. But that Friday, my dad put us in the car and drove us to the park. And he bought himself a ticket to go into a swimming pool. He changed clothes, put on his swim. And he said, now get in the water and let me see you swim.
Well,
thank God.
Thank God. Yes, sir.
I could swim.
Yes, sir.
Just a little bit. But the purpose for it, he told us when it was over, he said, son, I wanted you to learn how to swim because one day you might need it. And I don't want you to be afraid of the water. I don't understand why all of us can't swim. When we were 9 months in water, in order for your mother to birth you, she knew it was ready for you, it was time for you to come. Not by the contractions, but her water broke. It's something about when you came into this world, they immediately taught you how to feel. So you have to examine your life, take an introspection of yourself and go down in the recesses of your mind and understand it was a methodical plan to hinder my purpose. Somebody told you a long time ago what you couldn't be. Somebody told you a long time ago, even in the church, how God wasn't going to use you. You come from your family, your lineage, your folk. God won't use none of y'all. I know your uncle them. I know your auntie them. They run this and they do that. But you got to make sure, very sure, that you don't lend your spirit to fear. fear, but of power. Why is it you only have power over what you don't feel? You can face everything you don't feel. You got authority over what you don't feel. But how about approaching that thing that you know keeping you from the destiny that God has provided for your life, that paralyzes you to fear? Whom shall I fear? What shall I fear? Nothing, nobody. I can stare any enemy in the face and declare, greater is he that's in me than he that's in the world. Hallelujah. There was a day I took what folks said. I understood that I was just nobody, like they said. I said I understood it because they told me I wouldn't be nothing else. They told me one person after the next person. But it was something about me and God. When they sang the song and they messed around and told me I'm learning to lean and depend on Jesus. You mean to tell me God can take somebody like me and do the opposite in me of what folk telling me you won't do? It's something about when you get to know him for yourself. When you learn that God don't deal with you nor see you like the person sitting beside you. You put too much authority in folk that don't want you to be nothing or see nothing. But God, he's the one that looks beyond your fault. He sees something in you that nobody else sees in you. And when you ever wake up and say, wait a minute, greater is he that's in me than he that's in the world. And after that, the Holy Ghost has come on you. Ye shall have power. You got to get to the place, beloved, where you are determined to be what God said. And don't worry about what nobody else said, because no weapon formed against you shall prosper. If you believe, it shall glow. Whom shall I fear? You ever get to the place where you mature enough in God? And let me help you. Let me help you with this word perfect before I move further. Don't subscribe to when folk tell you nobody's perfect. That's a lie. You are perfect. Come on here. The word perfect in the text means mature. It don't mean don't make mistakes. It means maturity. And when you know you're mature, how many of you can say the stuff I used to do I don't do no more? It don't mean I forgot how to do it. I'm just matured beyond doing it. Y'all ain't in here. If I have some real saints in here, you can say I haven't forgotten how to do it. I'm just matured beyond it. I see different. I understand when I was a child. I spake as a child. I understood as a child. But when I became a man, I put away childish things. My mama told me a long time ago, she said, baby, stop looking at where you are, because God got something better than this for you. You need to tell yourself, two of y'all need to say, where I am right now, God got something better. God got something better than this right here. If you believe it, shout Lord. Shout glory. Too many folk, Bishop Morgan, too many folk seeking happiness. Seeking happiness. You want somebody? Y'all wake up, pay attention to this part. This is the good part. This is the good part. Seeking happiness when you should desire joy. Don't do that. Wait a minute. I'm just yelling. See, let me help you with happiness. Happiness ministers to your moment. birthday. Guess what? Tomorrow is too late to say happy. I got to say happy birthday in the Happy New Year. I got to say that January 1st. Happy New Year. That's in the moment. Happy anniversary. That's in the moment. But joy deals with relationship. A journey. You and me. Jesus and me. Because it's some stuff in my relationship with Jesus that brings me joy. That's why the Bible said this joy I have. The world didn't give it. Why is it necessary to have joy? It's because some stuff God did, I can't tell you, but it gives me joy. I can't tell you why I have joy, but I can tell you who gives me joy. When I think about my wife, she ain't got to be nowhere around me, and I get joy. Now, I really can't tell you why I got joy, but I can tell you who gives me joy. If there's 25 folk in here that'll be honest and tell your neighbor, he gives me joy. I've been through some stuff. I've been through some trials. I've made some mistakes, but Jesus stepped in, brought me out, delivered me, and gave me joy. It's joy. Stop seeking. Stop seeking for folk for your moment. You understand and pull on those that establish relationship. I want something more than just a moment. I want something that'll hold me when I'm by myself. Because when you're by yourself, when I think of the goodness of Jesus, all that is, if I can tell you the difference in you and the person sitting beside you. See, the person who's sitting beside you, they're probably not thinking about that stuff that God did that'll make them really hard. But you,
hey, yes sir.
This is not even a praise. This is joy. That's why the Bible said, make up. See, something crossed your mind that you know only you and God know. And your mouth open up and say, thank you, Jesus. Somebody that don't mind acting out of yourself for 1 or 2 seconds. Real quickly think about something you know God did.
Hey, yes sir. Oh,
tell your neighbor, I can't tell you what it is, but I can tell you who did it. You know, when the praise go up, you can tell the difference between the ones that's praising and the ones who got joy and the ones who happy. Ask me how. This is the happy one. This is the praise. This is your joy. Y'all know how you act when he first brought you out. I got joy. nobody doing nothing to you. Joy make you run. It ain't nobody chasing you. And you said, don't look, don't mess with me. He said, oh, magnify the Lord with me. And let us exalt his name together. Let me close. I want to close.
Come on, sir. Come on in here. Oh, yes.
Joy give you the quickening power.
Quickening power. Yes, sir.
What the old saints say?
The quickening power. Yeah. That's it. Yes, God. Hey. Yes, sir.
But anybody, don't you do that. Anybody know that God took that $25, took you to the grocery store, you ended up with $100 worth of groceries, and God made a...
Hey!
Anybody went to the doctor and said, we got to operate, but after God came in and healed you by your stripe, and the doctor said, I don't know what happened, but we canceled the operation.
Jesus. Come on, sir. Come on, sir. Oh, yes.
I just heard somebody in my ear say, only God. Before I move further, is there 3 people can just give God a song? Because you know it's only God. Somebody's sick in your body right now. He said if you leap one time, he'll heal you before you hit the floor. Tell your neighbor, there's a miracle between the air and the floor. If you jump one more time by the time you hit the floor, you got your healing, you got your breakthrough, you got your miracle. Right here. I'm prophesying to somebody because you got to tell the person you sitting beside something by Friday. And God told me that he got to do something quick. And the way to measure how quick he's going to do it is by the time you leap and hit the floor, it's done. Anybody believe he can do it that fast? Anybody believe he's a miracle worker? Anybody believe it? Wave your hand and say between the air and the floor. Listen to that. y'all. I had a prepared lesson. But I just told y'all I don't preach to make nobody happy, but God just told me this convention gonna shake heaven. Angels are leaping because they're getting ready. They pouring out right now. Heaven has opened up. I see it. When I prophesy, I see heaven has opened up on Bethel. And God said the more you bless him, the more you cause the tilting. And the more you tilt, it forces what's in them to fall on you. You can't get no miracle unless there's some tilting. The cup sitting there like it is ain't doing nothing for you. But in order for me to get this water in me, just putting it in my mouth ain't gonna work. I can put it there all I want to. My throat still will be dry. But honey, I gotta send a message to my hand. I said, I'm thirsty. Tilt this glass. God told me that your praise is tilting heaven. I don't know who this for, but be of good courage. Be of good courage. Be of good courage. And for the next 60 seconds, I want you to get up by yourself. Give God a dance. Give God a